Now we will learn what is object declaration. To understand the concept of object declaration, let's consider an example. So here I am creating one class. Let's say the class name is my server. Okay, so this is a class. Now if we want to create one object, then how will create? Let's say I am creating object 1. This is equal to my server. So here I am creating one object. Okay, now let's say I want to create another object, so we can easily create, correct, obj2. This is equal to my server. So this will be a different object. And how do you know that these two objects are different? How do you know? To know, just you can print like this. See, println obj1 is equal obj2. See, we are giving 3 equal sign, correct? Here 3 equal sign means it will compare the memory location of these two objects. So where we are storing, okay, see, object 1 will be stored in some memory location. Let's say the memory location value is 1000 something, okay, and for object 2, let's say it is something different. Okay, now we are comparing these two. Okay, if these two are equal, then it will give true. Okay, and when these two will be equal, if these two objects are same. Okay, but here if we create object, we already know here this object is different, this object is also different, so it will give only false, it will not give us true, because these are different objects. See, it is printing false. Okay, now let's say we want to create an object, or let's say you want an class, okay, where you can define different methods, where this behaves as a single object for the whole application. That means you are using, let's say, you have created one object for my server in one class. Okay, and you are creating another object in a different class for this my server, but you want that both objects should be same, it should not be different. At that time we use object keyword here. See, object. And now we have to remove this bracket also. And now what is this? This is an object. Actually this is not a class, this is an object. Okay, and this is a singleton object. And what is singleton? Singleton means the same instance will be there for the whole application. Wherever you access this object, you will get the same object. So now see, object 1, let's say we are creating the object here. Okay, let's say this is the object, and here we cannot use this bracket. Okay, if we use this object keyword here, we cannot use the bracket, and here we delete it. Now let's say we print. See, it is giving true. That means this object 1 and object 2 is same. Why it is same? Because we are using object here. That means here for this type of class where we are using object, it is not a class, actually it is an object, and this is same for whole app. Wherever you are using, let's say we are using in main.kotlin, or you can access it using one different file, let example.kotlin or second.kotlin, let's say, but you will get the same thing here. Object 1, if you compare the two objects, it will give always true. That means only single instance exists for the whole application, and which we called singleton. See, object declaration, and this way is called this, like here we are declaring, right? So this is called object declaration. See, object declaration is a built-in way to create singleton. We are creating single object for the whole app. You do not need to write the singleton pattern manually like Java. In Java, actually we have one pattern, okay, where we can create singleton, single object for the whole application. But in Kotlin, just you need to write this object. Okay, and inside this you can create different function like a class. Okay, let's say get name or something. Okay, this is a function. Here you can print statement, or you can give any other thing, or here you can declare variable also. Let's say val v, this is equal to something. Okay, this is equal to, let's say, l a. Okay, something you can give abc. Okay, so here this is a singleton object. Now if we want to access it, how we can do? Well, or like you can also do like this. See, directly you should use the name my server, okay, dot v, so it will print abc. Okay, but similarly you can call this function. Okay, so this is called object declaration. See, here I have given here one instance exists, create executed lazily when first accessed. So already we have discussed about lazy. So for object declaration you can search for some example in any anywhere like ChatGPT or somewhere. You can check what is object declaration and what is the meaning of lazily using object declaration. Okay, then it is thread safe by default. So this one also you can check. Thread safe means if two thread are accessing the same object, then only one thread will be able to access at one time. Then next, cannot have constructor. See here, this one here, constructor is not required. That means we cannot write this function thing, right? This one, this bracket we cannot give, because this is what does it imply? This implies constructor, correct? In Kotlin, it means constructor. Here constructor you cannot give because constructor is not required. Actually, why not required? Because we are getting only one object, correct, for the whole app. So if we are getting different object, then only we need constructor, correct? So here we don't need constructor actually. So that's it about object declaration. So here I have also given some example, you can check that one. Then we have object expression. So object expression means what? Object expression is a way to create anonymous object. So I think probably you have heard about that term, anonymous object. So what is anonymous object? For that, let's copy this one here. See, let's say we want to create one object and immediately we want to we want to create one class, and immediately we want an object of that class. Generally what we do, see, generally first I will tell, generally let's say class A. Okay, this is a class A, and here if we want to create object, what we do? We do like this. See, val A equal to A. See, like this we create object, correct, in using this bracket, and we store here some reference variable. Okay, this is reference variable actually, and we store the object here in the reference variable. Okay, but generally we directly call this is an object. Okay, so this is for normal. Okay, this is for normal class. But if we write like this, see, if we write here similar like this one, or you can give instead of C object class, write object, then remove this bracket. So this will become an object, and if we store that object here, let's say val obj. See, here what we are doing, we are creating one object. Okay, here we are creating one object. See, val obj like this, and here bracket is not required. Okay, some error it is showing. An object expression cannot bind a name. Okay, so sorry, here I have given the name, correct? So you cannot give the name because see, it is anonymous actually, no name. Anonymous means no name. So here what we are doing, we are creating an object and storing it here, and inside the object directly you can create some function. Let's say function get something. Okay, this is a function we are creating. Let's say we have a print statement here, hello. Okay, so see, what is this? This is an object, and we can access the function here using this object. What is the function name here? Get something, correct? So get something function we can call like this. Okay, so like this you can call the get something function. But see, this is we have written it outside, correct, main function, so we are not able to access, so we have to write it here. See, what we are doing, we are creating one object and we are calling the function directly. So what we are doing, we are creating only one object here. If you see, let's say this is object 1, okay, and then again you copy and again you paste here. Let's say we pasted here and we give object 2. See, here also this object is different, here also this object is different. Okay, these two objects are not equal. The code may be similar. Okay, see, this code and this code is same, but these two objects are different. Here this is called anonymous object actually, no name. See, here we are not giving any name like object A, object B, like that, nothing is there here. In generally in class we give like class A, like that, for class, correct, but here nothing is there. So this is called anonymous object. Okay, and this is called object expression. It is used to create anonymous object, which means object does not have a name. See, here we don't have the name, correct? So this is called anonymous object, and if you compare object 1 and object 2, it will be different. Here also you can compare using print statement. That means simply you can understand that this is what is called, yeah, so this is called anonymous object. Okay, and what we are doing, object 1 and object 2, it is showing some error, cannot be applied to no name provided and no name provided, something it is showing. That is not an issue. Okay, println. Okay, so actually, okay, see here why it is showing this error. See, some error is there. Okay, okay, that arrow is not operating, operator, okay. See here, object 1 and object 2, okay, although it seems to be of similar type, let's say this is also string and this is also string. Just for example, we can compare the two string different, like this one, correct? We can compare if the two objects are similar type, but here this object and this object are not similar type, because here also it is completely different object, here also it is completely different object. That's why we cannot compare using equal operator. That's why we are getting this error. Okay, so this is called object expression. Sorry, yes, this is called object expression. Okay,